Testing, 1, 2, there we go. Hello, I'm back. Welcome to another video diary episode. I'm currently at Newlands corner. Pretty good views. I don't know how well the camera picks it up. There's a load of people on the hill just above me staring at me because I've got this tripod out. I'm filming with my phone. Feels very strange, but I just have to deal with it. This week I got this new microphone. It's pretty cool. It's wireless. It's not Bluetooth. It's like, I don't know what technology it uses, but it's pretty cool. I just plug in a thing to my phone. I haven't done too much this week, although I recorded a YouTube video this morning for the first time in a while about people pleasers, I had so much fun making it. I just really enjoy having a creative pursuit that I can look forward to. Because sometimes I just go to bed thinking about I go to bed excited, thinking about just waking up and being able to pursue something. The last time I really felt excited about just waking up was about 3 years ago when I was doing a lot of music. And I remember just this one time I didn't really have I wasn't really making one style of music. I was switching between different ones. And the one I'd just landed on and I was learning was orchestral stuff. And I'd bought this orchestral music production course and I was like halfway through it. And I just remember going to bed that one time because I was going to wake up early the next day just so I could make orchestral music. But I kind of lost the excitement for music. But what's weird is now that I'm doing this YouTube pursuit, I've gotten a lot more interested in music. And, whoa, there's a bee. Oh, it's gone. I got a lot more, since I've been, it's almost like one thing feeds into another. The more stuff I do, the more excited I get about other things. And it kind of begs the question, if I want to pursue something, how do I know when to stop pursuing it and try something new versus go back and do the old thing? Do I carry on doing YouTube or do I go back to doing music? I guess I could sort of do both. I could do some YouTube video about music, production or something. That'd be pretty cool. But right now I'm just focusing more on improvement and just being able to speak to the camera properly. I think the quality of my speaking to the camera has improved definitely since the first video. Oh, there's so many bugs all over the place. I've had ladybirds flying all over me and I had to flick them off. This week I haven't done too much. I changed my room around so that it would fit a YouTube kind of studio. So I had to move my desk forward and put a tripod behind it so I could film myself at the desk. Whoa! Fucking hell, these bees. So many bees, I just had to run away. Which is doing, yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so last week I had my brother's Stag Do in Scotland, which was a lot of fun. We stayed in this castle, and the castle was pretty cool. It was actually meant to be a museum. The lady who owns it said that she had to go to court with Scotland 3 times because Scotland wanted to make it a museum, but she wanted to make it an Airbnb, and she eventually got it as an Airbnb. So We stayed there. It was so cool. Even it was, yeah, just all the paintings and stuff. It was just like living in an old castle. We also went clay pigeon shooting, which was pretty cool. First time I'd shot a gun. It was so satisfying. You'd shoot the gun, you'd see the clay explode, and you'd feel the kickback at the same time. And it's so satisfying once you get one down.
He's the next James Bond.
But the gun safety where we went was not great. The lady who runs it, I'm pretty sure you're not meant to ever point a gun at somebody else, even if it doesn't have ammo inside it. And the first thing that she did when she was demonstrating how to hold a gun is she just like pointed it at all of us. And then everyone kind of moved out the way of her line of fire. And then she gave the gun to someone else and then pointed the barrel at her forehead just so she could prove that it was safe, which I thought was quite funny. What else? Oh yeah, and then we had his wedding celebration. That was a lot of fun. I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into. So, let me think. So we'd sat down around this table and there were a couple of speeches, one by my brother and one by his father-in-law. And when my brother was giving the speech, I just felt a pang of sadness. I was like, okay, I guess this is normal. It's a wedding. It's pretty emotional, but I just kind of held it in. And then his father-in-law also did a speech, which was a good speech. And yeah, I felt it again. And then after that, we had the starters, which was just bread and butter. And I went to cut my bread with the knife, and my hands were shaking. I could barely cut the bread. And then I left the room, and as a hornet, I left the room, and I just broke down crying. I could not control it. For, I think in total, it was probably like 10, 15 minutes. And then as I was about to enter the door, I was just like, fuck man, I'm gonna start crying again. So I just went back down and just tried to control myself. And then finally I managed to go back up into the room and enjoy the celebration. That was the second time in my adult life that I've been crying uncontrollably. I made a video about a month ago about how I went through this process of learning to cry, where I'd basically cry as much as I could. That was all controlled crying. I was basically forcing myself to cry so I could feel the emotions that maybe I'd been suppressing. But this time, I just wasn't forcing it. I was like, I just could not control it at all. Yeah. What else to say? On a lighter note, actually, should I go into why I cried? I don't know. I haven't really figured out why. I haven't figured out exactly why. I think it's something to do with. Oh, it's so tricky. It's so tricky. I mean, obviously, it's a wedding and it's a nice celebration. It's emotional, but I feel like there's something else. I can't put my finger on it. One possibility is that I felt like I couldn't be myself around my family, and it still kind of is that way. And I can understand why I wouldn't be able to feel like that around my parents, but around my siblings, I couldn't figure out. I don't know. I feel like I could have had a better relationship with my siblings. I think the wedding kind of just sparked maybe the idea that we're all growing up now. And I don't know what it is. You know what it is. But my mind's taking me there. Just having a better relationship with my siblings. On a lighter note, well, it's getting quite dark now. I was going to move locations. I saw this one YouTube video and he was filming outside and he was in a field kind of like this. Oh shit, it's getting late. He was in a field like this and he was switching locations. Like, oh, that's so cool. And he was like, film at magic hour, which is the hour before sunset. And that's what I filmed at, and it's currently just finishing sunset now, so I'll probably pack up my stuff. This was interesting, definitely. It feels weird. When I was coming here, I cycled here, I had my backpack on, I had a tripod in my backpack. I felt like a traveler. I felt like I was a creative, traveling to do something creative, which felt pretty cool. Maybe I kind of want to, next year I kind of want to go to Asia and look around some temples and monasteries, that sort of thing. Maybe spend some time with some monks. And I think it'd be pretty cool to film that experience. So maybe I'll do that. I don't think I'll upload this, but it was good to speak.